Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Want to do a walkthrough of the various supplements that I'm currently taking. Generally, when I take all supplements, I do a thorough cost-benefit analysis, and if that supplement is not providing me any benefit, I'm not going to continue to pay for it. I'll start with the muscle building support stack. And the first one that I wanted to go into, which is the big one right now in the ever popular turkesterone. So I'm currently documenting a turkesterone cycle to see whether or not it's actually providing any benefit. And the one that I'm currently using is called Turk Builder. It's by Harder Than Last Time, Greg Doucette's brand. Not endorsing it. I'm just telling you that's what I use. I pay for it with my own money, and I'm not going to tell you where to get it. I'm sure you can Google it, because guess what? I'm not sponsored by them, so I'm not trying to sell it. I also use right now his pre-workout. Before this, I actually used something called Pre-Caged by Cage Nutrition, because it had similar levels of the big three that I really focus on, which is creatine, beta-alanine, and citrulline. And Greg Doucette also had this one, which is his pre-workout. It had levels of those three that met my criteria, so I did try it. It works okay. I mean, it's not really much different from the other one that I used before. Cage Nutrition had some more like amino acids in it, a little more selection there. But again, the core nutrients were in both, and Greg Doucette's this Harder Than Last Time had a little bit more in it, so I gave it a try. And same here. I'm not telling you where to get it. You can Google it. And the last muscle building support, of course, is the most crucial, which is the whey protein. So again, you could of course get more than enough whey protein in your diet. I have trouble getting to close to my body weight per day, if I were to not use it. So I do currently use whey protein. And I use what they call, the typical gold standard whey. And the reason that I use this brand is because, one, I know I'm getting what is supposed to be in there, which is the full 24 grams of protein. Some of the cheaper brands do what they call a protein spike, where they add creatine into it to make it appear that there's actually more protein than there really is. So be mindful of that. I know that this brand, Optimum Nutrition, actually is giving you the protein that they claim is in there. So that's why I purchase it, and that's why I use it, and have been using it for quite some time now. And generally, I use that in my daily morning shake, which is actually a smoothie, which includes, blueberry, spinach, almond milk. I also use it in some recipes. I will use it in a what I call the protein ice cream. So I have a recipe that basically uses the whey protein to make a chocolate ice cream, which is actually pretty good, and it actually comes out quite good. So I do use it in that, and that gives me a good amount of protein, and actually fills me up for a midday snack. So the next one I'm going to go into is nootropics. So nootropics, the one I use right now is Gorilla Mind Smooth. And what I was struggling with for some time is an inability to focus on tasks. So there's two reasons for that. One is sleep. Obviously, the most important thing that you need to do for yourself and do for your mind is to get enough sleep. And what this kind of does is kind of help clear some of that fog that I've been dealing with. And it does work. I do, in fact, see it. And it's more than likely due to a couple of the amino acids that are in it. If you're getting substantial sleep, some of these amino acids are what they call non-essential. And that's because your body produces them. And I'm not a scientist, but my assessment would be is that an individual who gets less sleep probably has less capacity to generate these types of amino acids and allow your mind to properly function because you're sleep deprived, and therefore adding it back into your diet where your body doesn't have to produce it might help clear some of that fog that you would normally see from a lack of sleep. So this one is stimulant free, and it has a couple of key amino acids that I believe are the most beneficial, which would be your L-tyrosine and your L-theanine. There's a few other ones, alpha GPC, ginkgo biloba, some of the normal ones that you've always heard for mental clarity and focus. But those particular amino acids, I believe, are the most beneficial to supporting, mental clarity and mental function throughout the day. So that's my nootropic or brain stack. I'm actually purchased another one called Gorilla Shroom, which is some extracts are from various mushrooms. I'm gonna try it, and again, I'm gonna document it and see if it's actually providing me any benefit. If it's not, I'm not gonna buy it again. I'm not gonna waste my money. So I'll have to see if that's actually gonna provide. But this Gorilla Mind Smooth, it seems to work. But if I am sleep deprived for a period of time and I'm pushing myself too hard, or if I get sick, like right now, I'm dealing with the Omicron bug that's making its rounds. So, I've been vaccinated, so it really hasn't affected me too much, but I can definitely tell when I try to do my workouts, I actually had to take a day off today because my body just is telling me that. And, when you're in your mid 30s, I'm not 20 anymore, so I can't just sometimes push through that like I used to be able to. I will say that, I thought since I started taking the turkesterone, that seemed to kind of help offset that a little bit. But since the Omicron bug made its way into my house, that hasn't really been the case anymore. I feel back to my old, worn down self. So, but no, I'm still hitting it hard as of yesterday, and try to do some cardio. Probably have to wait till Saturday before my next bout of cardio. So let's go into the health stack. So I just take a daily. I just take one a day men's. It has most of the key vitamins in it. It's not expensive. You don't need one of these, mega men's, that GNC sells, which has like 1,500, and you're just going to pee everything out. Most of that stuff's not going to even get into your system, and you're just going to stress your kidneys now that it has to pull it out of your system and allow you to pee it back out. So last thing I really want to be doing is, hurting my organs. I'm trying to protect them. So at least this one, it's not at a level, it's not gonna, I know when I take it, my pee's not neon green, like when I would take, the Mega Men's or one of the other GNC ones where they just load them with, 1,500% of what your daily recommended intake is. So I found that the one a day has been more than adequate. I've been using that for years, and again, my health overall has been pretty decent. And again, I get my blood work regularly. So as part of getting that done, they mentioned that cholesterol was starting to creep up. So they told me to make sure I'm taking my fish oil. So I take 2 of these a day. So I take 2,000 milligrams of fish oil every day. Because I get, I want to protect my heart and ensure that everything's functioning. Also, it keeps my blood pressure in check. And then I also take another one that, is heart protective, which is CoQ10, and it's also supposed to help with your energy levels overall. So that's been my main effort. And actually the fish oil and CoQ10 was actually doctor recommended. So this was actually sitting down with my doctor, getting a physical, talking through some of my concerns with energy levels, getting my blood work done. They also did testosterone, and what they recommended was those 2 supplements. So I take that in addition to my multivitamin. So again, my main goals obviously are to be in the best physical shape that I can be, and that includes building muscle, keeping my fat down as best I possibly can, as well as keeping a clear mind. If they made a limitless pill, I would certainly love to take it, and then the health supplements. So